We are live. This is the NBA Rundown. The channel is Nuke the House. I'm your host, Fred Astaire. Tyler will be joining me here in just a minute, but I figure I would get us started right now. Start talking about tonight's exciting Game 6. Of course, the big question mark for this game, and I wish I could provide you guys answers. Unfortunately, I can't, is whether or not Tyrese Halliburton will play. And if he does play, what can we expect from him? So I wrote this game up last night, and I was under the impression that he wouldn't play at all. So I kind of handicapped that game with that in mind. However, as we're kind of navigating this news today, looks more and more likely that he might be in there tonight. Let me see which way this line has moved. It was 4.5, 5. Then the news came out, jumped to 6, 6.5. I saw 6.5 yesterday. Right now, it's down to 5.5. So sounds like Halliburton is more likely to play as we've lost that point of value. I'm gonna wait. I'm betting it's live. I'm gonna get that extra point back at least. It's because at 10:37 a.m. my time, Pacific, Shams Charania has said that Halliburton has every intention to play tonight. So looks like they're expecting him to play. Almost feels like it's a great discount to try and get the Thunder because I don't think he's going to be 100%. So I would have rather played the Pacers with him being out and getting the extra points. That's the way I'm looking at it. My guy Daniel Berry in the chat. What's up, my man? All right. So let's see. The total is down to 221. Game 5 went over after 2 unders, and it went over 223, landing at 229. I'll tell you what, normally I like unders in these big games, but not tonight. And in fact, game 2s, now you got to remember first rounds are going to skew this. But game 2s are actually 8-2 to the over their last 10. So maybe with the way that these totals go down, right? I mean, this was 230 in game 1, dropped all the way to 221. So 9-point swing for two similar teams. You can see why maybe Benami's unders isn't as valuable as it once was. One thing here is the Pacers have won what? How many game 6s in a row? I think I want to say their last 10 game 6s. Just wild to me overall how well they've done. And we saw this situation for each team earlier. So we saw the Pacers in the very last round. They were down 3-2 without home court advantage. They went home, got that game 6 in an easy fashion. I mean, they steamrolled the Knicks. And then they went ahead and they went to New York, of course, and won the series. That's why we're still talking about them. Now, in the second round, Oklahoma City had a chance to close out the series on the road against the Denver Nuggets. They did not. They got smoked in game 6, but they went home and took care of business, unlike the New York Knicks, who were unable to do that. So, I don't really know how much that means, but a little bit of recent history saying, hey, maybe the points or the money line is the way to go here. Let's see what. I mean, this line opened at 225 and it's down to 221.5. There's no value in betting this under right now. Thunder have only shot 35% on the road so far in this season. I'm sorry. This is for 3 points. So at home, they average 38%. On the road, they average 35%, and that's for the full season. And they've been 34% given the full series, not just counting their games in Indiana. So haven't been shooting as well from 3. You could see that if they were able to bounce back tonight and get back to where they usually shoot from 3, hey, it could be over tonight. So in the finals, they've been shooting 39.8% from 3 at home. but only 34.2% in 2 games combined in Indiana. Yeah, I like Indiana plus the points. Like I said, I can't believe I should have bet it already. Did I bet it already? No, I did not. Oh man, I was hoping to get 7. I was thinking he'd be rolled out. Oh, with him in there, this line's back up to 222.5. Okay, so he's worth a point either way. All right. So yeah, 39.8% from 3 at home, 34.2% in the 2 games in Indiana. So a 5% drop. Let's see how that plays in tonight. Let's see look at some props here. What do you guys think about Miles Turner? He's going to have a big game. And I've talked about him when we did the Wagering World. I talked about him with 5-star. And I said, Turner's a great player, and I've always liked Turner, but he's so inconsistent. And we've seen that as he definitely did not show up in that game 5 when they needed him. So if you like Indiana tonight, I would also mix it up with some Miles Turner over 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Who else are we looking at? I like Nembhard to go over tonight. It just feels like they're going to need him regardless. So another Indiana Pacer I'm looking at on props is Andrew Nembhard. Of course, Pascal Siakam is another one. So I think those are the 3 players that are most correlated with an Indiana either cover or straight up victory. Now, if you're on the OKC side, feels pretty safe to say Shea and Jaylen. They've combined for over 70 in the last 2 games. Jaylen, of course, coming off that 40-point performance. Maybe it bounces back to Shea tonight, although he had a quiet 31 just because Jaylen did so well. We're not talking about as much. So, don't mind some Shea here tonight. OKC. Let's see, 25 and 22 is a road favorite this year. So they're 54% ATS on the road, but 63% ATS overall. So it definitely shows that they have not been covering spreads on the road. And why not look at the amount of points that they're laying every night? I mean, 5.5 on a closeout game against a team, the Indiana Pacers, who I don't think has looked that bad. Now, I know that game 5 was rough for them, but Halliburton wasn't 100% here, and I don't think they make the same mistake. Even if he gets out there, gives it a try, if he looks like he did last time, it's TJ McConnell season. So I really like Indiana here tonight with the points. I was going to play their first half, but it's down to just plus 2.5. That's kind of a weak number. The Indiana Pacers first quarter is plus 1.5. Once again, a weak number. I don't hate it if you're going to play it, but there's not a huge edge there. I'm going to just wait for this thing to get live and get it over 7. So I expect to bet probably within the first 5 minutes of the game tonight. Because if that 6.5 was still up, I would have bet that 6.5 now. If I'm a live bet it right, I'll give myself an extra point or 2. But I wouldn't be surprised to see the Pacers also come out quick. Let me see what's up with Tyler, if he's going to be jumping on. All right. I don't have much more for it. This was planning on being a quick show. I don't know if you guys saw the NFL show we did on Tuesday, but I've been fighting off the stomach deal all week, and I'm just not used to it. Not as much energy as usual, which sucks because this has been a great finals, right? It's Mr. Small Market, right? Mr. Guy that doesn't want the Lakers and the Celtics and the Heat winning every year. I think this has been a fantastic series. I wish I had more energy to get you guys hyped for it tonight. But nevertheless, my best bet tonight is the Indiana Pacers. Let's split it. Go half on plus 194, half on plus 5.5. So I'm all in on the Pacers tonight. I think we will see a game 7, and that should be a lot of fun. And I believe if we have a game 7, it will be what? Sunday night? Yeah, should be Sunday night. That could be a lot of fun. So there you have it for me. I'll bring Tyler back. So if Indiana wins tonight, we'll do a show tomorrow. If the series is over tonight, It's been a great season. I apologize for my disappearing in the middle, but guys, look what's behind me. I mean, what a great house I was able to move into. So I won't be moving next year, so the NBA rundown will be a thing all next season. Thank you guys for spending time with us. Remember the channel, Nuke the House.